This video is intended to be a brief look at Pelikan's newest M800, the M800 Brown Black. This pen is a bit different than prior brown releases because the resin is a much lighter brown than something we've seen maybe on the tortoiseshell brown or the burnt orange. In fact, I'd say the difference is more like the comparison between milk chocolate and dark chocolate. You can see the brown stripes here on the barrel are rather uniform, and the black is in between to give it some nice contrast. This is not a pen that has a discrete ink window, and there really isn't any transparency between these stripes. Pretty standard M800 in terms of trim. You get the two trim rings at the piston knob, the single trim ring at the section, and the cap has the two cap bands, and then your cap top is your one chick logo, 24 karat plated. And the nib, 18 karat nib, two-tone gold, just like every other M800 out there. A lot of comparisons pre-release were drawn between this one and the tortoiseshell brown that came out in 2013. You kind of put them side by side. You can get a sense that the resin components, if you look at the resin, I know it almost looks black, but you have to trust me that it's a dark brown, very dark brown on the tortoiseshell, not as dark brown on the brown black. So you can see there the resin components are a bit different. And then if you just look at the barrels, while they both have, essentially brown stripes, the brown black is much more of a one-note look to it, whereas you can see these kind of reddish and orange hues in the even some gray there in the barrel of the tortoiseshell makes that pen much more dynamic and gives it a much richer feel. Both pens have very warm tones to them, and obviously both are excellent writers, and they're very well put together. So I guess if you've missed out on the tortoiseshell brown, which are very hard to find these days, certainly would be a nice addition to the flock if you're longing for that kind of look and feel. But it's just no tortoiseshell, and not that it's really trying to be either. It's it's meant to be what it is, and it's just a brown model. So nothing overly exciting and no major detractors. So honestly, if this pen checks the boxes for you, then certainly it'd be an excellent addition to the flock.